Hello everyone and welcome to another video and welcome to the official launch of the Nissan Pathfinder, and it's finally here into the Middle Eastern region. And probably you have seen, or probably you're going to be seeing now, all the footages from when the car was launched. And not just that, this is a special event that you are also going to be a part of. So we are going to be headed for a 2-day expedition, basically from today till tomorrow, with an overnight stay. And what we're going to be doing is we are going to be driving these cars on different terrains, so on road, off-road, sand, rock, you name it and everything, because there is a lot more changes, by the way, to this 2022, which I am also going to be discussing while we are on the way, and also going to be showing you a quick walk around of the car itself. But it's time to head out and start our journey in the all-new Nissan Pathfinder. Alright, we made our way into our cars and with our colleagues, and joining me today on this test drive is a very good friend of mine, Mr. Sudeep, and he's from the online reviewing platform which is DriveMeOnline. So make sure to go and check, sorry about this, Android Auto which has been connected to this car. So yeah, there'll be a lots of disturbances in between, even this walkie-talkie which keeps coming on and off all the time. But yeah, so far the journey has been pretty comfortable. There is definitely an improvement in the new Pathfinder. There are lots of exciting things, and even my colleague would throw some light if you want to verify what I am saying. So what do you think of this?
I totally agree, because it's quite smooth. That's the first thing you notice about.
Right? Yeah.
Because, you know, there is a lot of ruggedness about the Pathfinder usually, but you will see that there is much more refinement than there used to be.
Yes, the refinement is definitely there, and the reason there is a refinement is now the Pathfinder comes with a monocoque chassis instead of the ladder on frame chassis. So that gives you a lot more comfort on a day-to-day drive, and also it will help you with the off-roading capabilities also, but it gives you a well-balanced user experience when you're interacting. And also not just that, there is a lot more things, and the Pathfinder now comes with a 3.5 liter V6 engine that produces 271 horsepower. And even not just that, Nissan has now ditched the CVT and now it comes with a gearbox. I don't remember exactly the number of gears, but I'm going to put it down, because yeah, there has been a lot of details that has been thrown at us, so which is why I've had to verify what exact gearbox is. But anyways, I'm going to be taking all around a full 360 view of this car once we offload somewhere. So our next stop now is an off-road center where we are going to be testing the off-road capabilities of this car, and after that Sudeep is going to be jumping into the driving seat. So are you excited for?
Of course.
Yeah.
I remember the 2017 launch of the Pathfinder in somewhere around Fujairah.
Oh.
So yeah, so and you know, so I'm looking forward to how things have evolved in the last 5 years.
Right, so you are the right person to judge this car, because yeah, 2017 I wasn't much into reviewing cars. It's just recently that I've been introduced to this lineup. I've driven a few old Pathfinders from owner's perspective, where people have friends have had owned those. So yeah, but definitely this is a marked improvement in terms of the tech also, because for the first time I see so much tech has gone in, and not just that, like very well merged and, you know, beautifully like built inside the cockpit. Like you interact in a very easier way now, because there is like lots of good plastic, I would say, although glossy ones, so I'm not sure how they are going to be lasting on a long term, because yeah, it's too glossy. There are some glares that I usually see when it's a bright day. I can see the light bouncing off into my, you know, eyes sometimes. But yeah, that's the thing. But otherwise, good fit and finish is one more thing. But I am going to take you all around and I'm going to show you all. But for now, onwards and offwards onto our next stop. Alright, so we've reached the first course of our journey, where we have a lot of obstacle courses that we have to finished, and basically the Pathfinder will go showing you everything about this car. So the first one is going through a puddle. The puddle is of a decent depth, I would say, but there is some official who will be guiding us. So here he comes. Hello.
You've done it before?
No,
Okay.
it's my first time.
You go on mud.
I go on the mud. Okay.
Exactly. Then manual, first gear.
Manual.
First gear. Okay.
First
gear already.
gear. All right.
So you keep it in there.
Mhm.
So we have to stick a bit to the right, pull
Okay.
up a bit to the right a little bit,
Yeah.
and then to the left.
Yeah.
I will guide you. You just follow my signs.
Perfect.
Not too fast in the water because you push a wake forward.
Yeah.
And I get wet shoes.
Oh, I won't do that. All right, so the instructions are pretty clear. Yeah, just don't go too fast. I hope I don't end up swimming. But yeah, so far I've seen the cars doing it, and it seems to be handling it well. And the depth of it is pretty much around, I'll say 6 inches, 6 or probably 5. And yeah, so far it's doing the job quite well. And I've managed the reason is I'm just don't want these new cars to damage. But yeah, so far we've done the first course complete. We've completed the first course. Off to the next one. Right, so the next course is going through the bumpy bits where I've actually put the car in the sand mode because yeah, might as well try different driving modes. And it's basically to test also the articulation of the chassis itself and how it sort of bends around in those. Yeah, so far the wheels are trying to keep up and make sure there is traction onto every wheel. And yeah, this is a very small stretch that we did, but it's essentially quite helpful to understand how the whole articulation on the new Pathfinder works. Now after this, the next stretch is where we are again going to go through some bumpy bits, but they are more intense in terms of how, you know, they curve around. So what we are going to be doing, we are going to be going very slow onto those ones, and again there is someone to guide us too. Hello.
All right.
Yep.
Manual gear.
Yep.
First gear.
First gear.
Okay, cool. The mode doesn't matter.
Yep.
You turn your cameras on if you want.
Okay.
All right. Treat each barrel as a separate obstacle. Over and stop.
Okay.
Over and stop. And
Okay.
remember, you have to do the same for the back once
Yep.
your front's clear.
Yep.
Okay.
All
We're
right.
not trying to do this.
Yep. Yep.
Okay. Just nice and steady.
Yep. Would you say hi to my viewers? Because I'm recording. I'm
Okay.
filming.
Okay. Hello.
That's him guiding us throughout
Yeah.
the course.
How you doing all? Hope you're enjoying this.
Yeah, keeping us safe. Thank you so much. So yeah, as you heard, yeah.
No, that doesn't work.
Yeah, and the reason we've switched on the cameras is so that I can see where am I headed and I don't damage the car. Because as I mentioned, these are pretty new cars. And we've just done on my car 161 kilometers. So that's how brand new these cars are. Anyways, onwards and offwards to the next course. So now we are lining up for the next course, which now tests the ability to distribute power between the differential, how it distributes basically when the traction is lost. So this will be an interesting bit to test as well, and it's a pretty steep one. And as you can see, there's also the filming crew that has joined us now. But while we wait and line ourselves, why don't you go hit that subscribe button, press the bell icon, and also press all the notifications on so that you never miss any video updates from my channel. Let's go and now do the test. So we are pretty much lined up. Yeah, when you're doing this or watching it from outside, it looks kind of pretty easy, but yeah, when you do it yourself, yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure, yeah. Ooh.
Indeed.
Yeah, and bear in mind, there's always someone guiding us all the time to make sure these cars return back in one piece. Whew. That was intense, but there's more intense stuff coming up next because we are on a balancing sort of bridge. What is this for? But it's more like
It's the same thing, you know, about the wheel spin and control.
okay, so it's
Traction
more like
distribution. Because once it tilts down, you know, so you have to have good control on the brakes.
Okay, interesting. But this is more roller coaster than even the previous one. All right, we are lining ourselves for the third course. I think this was the fourth course.
Left pocket again.
And this is the one which I was telling you about. Yeah, we've just about to go on that one. It's more of a bridge. Yeah.
Keep the camera on, please.
Okay.
Sand mode, first gear, perfect.
Yep.
Now you will keep going until you reach a certain point. It will start going down. You
Okay.
need to be full hard on the brake.
Okay.
Yeah?
All right.
Until it stops, then you can go down slowly.
Okay, thank you so much. Right, so you heard the drill. The drill did not say that it is going to be a hard bump down. So the initial bits is like you're launching yourself while you watch the cameras, and then you slam the brakes hard once the bridge
starts tilting.
Yeah. So I'm going to go quiet for a bit because I think I need to focus a little bit.
Right. Yes.
Yes, I think I did very well in this case.
Absolutely.
Because I was for a while hanging in the middle and then it just tipped down. So yeah.
It was quite controlled and quite well balanced. Yeah.
Okay, that was pretty good. That was fun. That didn't look that intense. Or maybe, it was. Or maybe I was just too focused or I was too scared. Anyways, off to the next course. Alright, here we are for our next and the final course, which is a hill descent control actually that you will be testing, and also the power distribution. All this to do all together combined. So I'll press the camera so I'll see where am I going, because this thing has a lot of bumps and I think I might raise my seat also a little bit, get a good commanding position, because I like the driving position on the Pathfinder as well. Although this car sits very low, but you still get a lot of visibility all around, I think. And that gives you good amount of ability to watch out for all the slopes and the bumps. There are also parking aids. They will constantly beep, but do not worry, as long as there is not a big mountain in front of you, then there is no issue with that. But good ability to do the descent, and it was kind of pretty balanced in terms of its power distribution, and the brakes feel quite tight when you press it. It's never going out of traction, or it's kind of slippery. So that gives you the ability to have a decent control over the terrain when you're crossing it. So the next one is actually pretty intense, because the next one has quite deeper bumps, where the car is actually going to be kind of bouncing around, and though it's it's not initially that steep, but once you go in, you're inside and you're going downwards, that's when the descent control kicks in, and also the traction utilization of how the car distributes that will also come in quite handy.
I think there is a kind of a bumpy strip in the patch in between.
And if you don't get it right, you may end up bottoming out. So you have to be pretty careful about how you take that. But it's all down to the driving ability also. And so you always have the package, but it's also down to the driver to be able to manage to squeeze out that ability from the car. But so far I see a lot of cars sort of when they are approaching that descent, they are kind of slipping into the slope, but hopefully we don't do that, and we try to keep the traction as much as possible. And here we go. So this is the stretch that I was talking about, where you will for a while lift yourself up, and then once the wheels get some traction, then you're good to go.
Good feel that slip,
and then
good stuff.
Yeah, I may go quiet for a while because I'm like a little focused sometimes, trying to. Yeah, you can see how steep this thing is. It's pretty much like a 30-degree angle, 35-degree angle, and yeah, we managed to get that done. Anyways, now's the time for the lunch because it is extremely hot now. It is around 35 degrees right now, and yeah, I need food, and then I need some water, and then I'll be back with some more content later on. So we have made to our final destination for the day, and boy, it's been a pretty hot day, but thanks to these cars the journey has been pretty comfortable because the new Pathfinders are definitely something to look out for. I can tell you that. And more detailed thoughts about it are that yes, it's refined, yes, it's amazing, that it looks good, and more on the lines of the petrol now. And in terms of the overall drive, fit and finish, and interior quality, yeah, the Nissan's definitely upped their game when they've launched this Pathfinder. And this is one of the most scenic locations that we have come here, and it was like an hour's drive from the last spot that we were at, where we were testing the cars and their capabilities. And in terms of the capabilities themselves, yes, the car can do a lot, and it's just that it's not exactly an SUV. It's more on the softer sides, but it's more of a family SUV now. So you can do like bit of whatever I've shown in the video. You can go off road, you can just get the traction. The good bit is that it's very good with the chassis itself, the articulation and the power distribution. That's a good thing on the new Pathfinder. And plus, I actually like the shape, and oh my god, the quality of the interior now feels just something else. It's like Nissan has just worked on points that were or the consumers were wanting, and then they went down, thoroughly had a proper look at it, and they've just made this car. So there is a proper thought process that has gone in order to make this car. We are now going to be headed back to our hotels where we are going to be staying overnight, and the next morning we are going to be heading out. So that will be another video that I'll be getting out, showing you the proper 360-degree look of this Nissan Pathfinder along with the interiors and everything. And drive, I've already mentioned you all how it drives, how what's the off-road capabilities and all of that. So yeah, that will be like pretty much a detailed coverage. So that will be a two-part thing. I was planning on doing one part, but then yeah, it's just not gonna fit everything because the whole video is gonna be too long. Anyways, I'm gonna head back to my hotel, and I'm gonna see you guys out there. Thank you so much. Oh, okay, thank you. That was a long, hard day, but it was an adventurous and a very fun day understanding the new Pathfinder. So the thing is, if I had to sum up a few good things about Pathfinder, and that will be that it's got a great suspension. Oh, that has been really done well. You get a very supple ride, very comfortable. It just soaks up bumps so well. That's a very good plus point. And not just that, even the noise and the vibrations, because the quality has been so much improved, the noise has completely disappeared from inside. It's like sitting in a quite an expensive car that way, to be honest. And not just that, even in the comfort point of view, everything has been made so well. And I just keep mentioning, but this definitely has to be one of the best products that Nissan has ever gotten out, to be honest, because boy, you really have to check this in person to understand that it has gone all out to just make sure that it's been one of the best improved cars and a successor, a worthy one to the Pathfinder. Anyways, for today's video, that is pretty much it. Anyways, I am so tired, but you know the drill. Thank you for watching this video. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye. Take care and stay safe.